Fraud alert. Election group exposes shocking truth about Rivers LG polls. And now to the news info. An election observer, the People's Advocates (TPA), has declared that the recent local government elections in Rivers State were not credible, citing widespread irregularities. When after they've already done the swearing in, when you saw the irregularities, why didn't you talk immediately? In its report, TPA highlighted several issues, and where is your evidence? Including the absence of result sheets, incidents of violence, and improper collation processes where we didn't hear of any violence except for in one local government. So, where are you getting your report from? Which they said undermined the credibility of the polls held across 23 local government areas in the state. Despite efforts by the Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Wike to halt the election, Governor Sim Fubara proceeded with the polls, defying a court order that restrained the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission (RSIEC) from conducting them. The results showed that candidates from the All People's Party (APP), widely seen as Fubara's loyalists, secured 22 out of the 23 LGAs. TPAs acknowledged RSIEC's efforts to conduct the election, but called for significant improvement to ensure a free and fair process for all the parties and candidates. The report detailed various irregularities that occurred, including the absence of result sheets at key polling units such as Favour, LGA, and Ogunabali Ward 3, which led to party agents threatening to halt the election if result sheets were not produced. TPA also criticized the use of manual voting, stating that it is outdated and vulnerable to manipulation. They called for the adoption of electronic voting to ensure transparency and accuracy in future elections. They've used electronic voting before, and yet the election was not transparent and it was not accurate. So all these reports that you are giving, there are no evidences for that the election did not actually go well. If it didn't go well, the media would have carried it. The only place that there was an issue was just in one place, that the election was not concluded. The election result was not concluded. So I don't know how you are saying that the election was not free and fair. It was free and fair. And if it's not free and fair, well, maybe that is the way elections go in Nigeria, because we never have free and fair election. We've never voted for the people we wanted and they got in. So let's just say that is how it is. Further concerns were raised about the early closure of polls, delayed or missing election materials, and the lack of secret balloting, which TPA said could expose voters to intimidation and reprisal. The report noted that there was no clear internal mechanism for addressing grievances before results were announced, potentially leading to unrest. TPA also expressed frustration over the lack of communication, as the phone contacts of electoral officers were not provided to observers. They argued that the entire process appeared to favor the ruling party, leaving little room for fair competition and undermining the legitimacy of the elected leaders. To address these issues, TPA made several recommendations, including providing result sheets in all polling units, amending electoral laws to adopt electronic voting, ensuring the availability of secret voting cubicles, and establishing transparent grievance mechanism. They emphasized that the collation process should be more open and transparent, and that polls should only close at the stipulated time to avoid disenfranchising voters. TPA concluded that the entire election process lacked credibility and called for significant reforms to ensure a more transparent and democratic process in future elections. Don't worry, they will make good use of your advice. Ayodele Benga says, when they're supposed to give us good reports in 2023 presidential election, they all kept quiet. Abio, when they were rigging the election in 2023, you did not come out to say that they were not transparent enough. The way they were cancelling and adding numbers, you didn't see that one. You didn't come out to say, oh, they are not transparent enough. But now you are coming out to say the election was not credible. Somebody said, useless reports from hell. The Sule said, which election is credible in Nigeria? Yes. Tell me, no, none of our election is credible. So, if this one is not credible, it's not the first and it's not going to be the last. Mwala Roland said, you people should go and open the brown envelope given to you by Wike. It's people of River State money stolen. Eat and have your rest. The election is over and the winners sworn in. Abi? The people have voted for what they want to vote in. And it's not possible that a whole state will not know what they are doing, making 22 APP LG chairman to enter. They definitely know what they are doing. Afolabi says, useless reports. Who appointed them as independent observers? Wike should go and sit down. What do they call politicking? Is it not the ability to get people's support? Yes. TPA's report is laughable by saying lack of electronic voting ensures transparency. Where? Is it in Nigeria? No. Whereas election carried out in Nigeria without issues? Yes. They've used electronic this thing before that. It will start having issues. You will not see your name. You will not see anything. INEC, with all the money available to it, has not done transparent election, let alone River State, with all the problems created by the FCC court and the police. Richard says when corruption favors them, they call it culture. But when the corruption does not favor them, it is a crime. Well, we are watching, listening and waiting. Another standard and crime has been inaugurated in River State. Austin Gray says APC will soon die a natural death in time to come if only Nigerian citizens know what is good for them. It will die a natural death soon. I've said that very soon Nigerians will turn back and fight to finish, and then we would have our country back. Oya Gideon says medicine after death. It is over. Yes, so it is over. They've been elected and they've been sworn in, so go to court and go and report. It is only in River State that you can say its election is marred by irregularities. Momo reports. Volin said, is the TPA limited to River State LG elections? Why has it not commentated on the frauds of the recent sham Edo State governorship election? Exactly. Because this one did not favor them now. That is why they are calling it a crime. The one in Edo State probably favored them. That is why they are okay with it. Observers, in the observers. Why much concentration in River State? Why not give us updates on the other states in Nigeria where same LG election took place? Help me ask them all. Omorige say, congratulations on your discoveries. You can take them to the court. Yes, take your observation to the court. Report to the lawyer. Let us see what will happen. My listeners, over to you. Kindly leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to like, to share and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.